how do Icelandic Santas work, and why do we have 13? Let's find out. Hello and greetings, lads and ladies, and welcome to this short announcement. Or maybe not short, I'm not sure. This is like perfectly non-scripted, and I'm probably gonna regret that in like 2 minutes, but I basically wanted to announce the Christmas calendar. So, Christmas calendar, what am I thinking about? I should probably start by telling you about how Santa, or how the Santa works in Iceland. So, most people are actually quite surprised that we don't have a single Santa, and I know it's a tradition in Spain and some places to have like the four wise men or something. What we have though is the 13 Santas. To describe them as Santas is, by the way, not accurate, and I'll go into more detail on that one in a bit. But so basically, those the numbers have varied a lot in the past, but today and for as long as I have lived, they are publicly thought or like regarded as 13. So we have 13 Santas. In the old times there were maybe like 100, and some places or small towns on the countryside actually have a different number, but so those can vary, but for our calendar we will use the majority tradition of 13 Santas, Icelandic Santas. And I should clarify right now that those Santas are more, they're called in Icelandic Jólasveinarnir. And Jólasvein is like a Christmas lad. So people in other Scandinavian countries might know them as some sort of a julelad, or something like that. But so why do we have so many, and what is interesting about them? So every single one of the julelads, from now on I'll use the term jólasveinar. So everything, each and every one of them has like a quirk to him, I guess. So like, for example, one of those 13 is called the door slammer, or hurðarskellir. So his quirk is apparently slamming doors. I think he's supposed to go like uninvited to your house or something. Oh yeah, that's a big thing about them. They're all so in the old times in Iceland, December is the darkest month, like of the entire year in Iceland, and that's probably way darker than you are used to. So due to how the earth is leaning during winter, we just get like 3 or 4 hours of sunlight, or maybe a bit more, but basically almost no sunlight at all. So vitamin D deficiency is actually very common in Iceland, unless if you have red hair, then due to the genetic superiority. I'm joking, but redheads naturally generate a bit more of D vitamin than others do. Comes with the con and weakness to be super vulnerable to the sun, but I can live with that. Very good for a night job, so that's perfectly fine. Anyway, yeah. So during Christmas in the old times, you need every single resource. You need to utilize every resource you have efficiently to survive, and that would be food and candles for a light to keep your sanity, and food, and probably more food. So you'll see many of the Jólasveinar are connected with food of some sort, and that is their quirk is basically the type of food that they would be stealing. Like one of them is called Meathawk, and he's the one who tries to steal your meat. Survival of the sneakiest, I guess. Anyway, so like in the tradition, they come every night. Like in the old times, those were the people you should stay away from, and their mother is in the lore like literally a troll. Like their parents are trolls, and they come from the mountains one at a time until Christmas. So those 13 actually come every night until Christmas, and reward or punish the children in Iceland, depending on how well they have behaved. So very good behavioral technique to have the Santa give them a coal or a potato. It's since I guess my generation and just Iceland in general, because of super cheap electricity, like people, I didn't know how coals functioned, and no one was like, spoiler alert, the Santas might be operated by our parents. Don't tell anyone. Like, due to my YouTube analysis, I can probably estimate that my audience is not 10 years and younger, so I think it's safe to say that the parents are the Santas. Yes. Anyway, so they would give a potato, because coals are super cool. But yeah, like my sister got a potato once. I think she might have been doing a very good bluff, but she said like, "Oh wow, I." She acted like she was super thrilled about getting a potato, and she got it cooked separately with the dinner. But yeah, so they get like a super small thing, like some plastic junk or a potato, depending on how they have behaved. And a very popular thing to give actually is like a scratch ticket. So that's yeah. I wonder why I'm not actually a gambler. I don't have a gambling addiction. Maybe I do loot boxes and stuff. Never mind. I'm sorry, I'm derailing so much in this video. I was gonna keep it short and to the point, but this will be a very long announcement, and I think I'll go over all the basics of the Santas in this video. So in the other videos we discuss the Santa of the day, his quirk, and then I will do like a discussion regarding the quirk or something. That's how I thought about it. So this probably will be the longest video. Anyway, so yeah, they come down from the mountain one every day, and children have to put their shoe into their window. Yeah, like I think abroad often the tradition is to hang like a big sock onto the fireplace or something, but nope. Putting a shoe on your window sounds much more practical. And then you can like actually pick a very big shoe if you're being greedy. Might be actually my research has proved that big shoes are more prone to potatoes, but take the advice with a grain of salt. Yeah. So the children go to sleep, put their shoe in the window in the opposite order, and when they wake up, they find some stuff in their shoe, like an orange or apple, maybe something. And then usually the last Santa is the most generous. Probably due to that being the 24th of December, very Christmassy. Yes. So, that was the plan. Christmas calendar. Keeping it as like I'll probably just make the videos with the format that I discussed earlier, and we can discuss something about the topic, about the current daily Santa, and if you have some questions or anything you'd like to ask for each Santa, you'll just post it in the comments, and maybe I'll start the next day by answering those questions and talking a bit more about that specific quirk, because I mean those are actually interesting things to talk about. I mean they're all like every single one of them is defined by their problematic nature. That's a good movie material right there. Yep, I think this is all I wanted to say. Maybe some extra trivia. They have a cat, and if you don't get clothes for any of your Christmas presents, he will come and eat you. Yeah. So that's why children in Iceland should always be happy if they receive some new and warm clothes. The grown-ups don't need the fear of the cat, because with every single year getting clothes is just it becomes a much better present every year, or at least in my experience. Anyway, so thank you very much for tuning in today, and tomorrow marks the arrival of the first Santa. So I had his translation right here. The sheep code clod, or stekkestur. So if you want to learn more about stekkestur, tune in tomorrow, and yeah, see you there. Post any suggestions and comments down below, and I will take a look at it. So yes, much more active December than November, so yeah, let's do it. We can do it. This community is growing way faster than I intended. I'm not able to end this video. I think I've had like 5 opportunities to end it. Anyway, thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. God not.